Hey guys, it's Thomas Delauer with SixPackAbs.com, and today I am breaking down literally the most nutritious food in the world. Literally, like gram for gram, the most nutritious food in the world. So I want to give you the breakdown on how it helps you detox, but also what it actually does in the body. But thirdly, what exactly it is. I'm going to be talking about spirulina. Now, in case you guys don't already know, I'm the formulator of Green Detox, which you can see down in the description below. So if you haven't checked that out already, make sure you do. You can get a special price on it right now. Anyhow, let's get down to the science. So spirulina is a microalgae that has been consumed for centuries. Okay? By a microalgae, I literally mean it's a fancy way of saying it's pond scum. Okay? It's pond scum that is absolutely crazily nutritious. And it's clean. It's not like you're just going to a pond and scraping off the scum and eating it. It's obviously gone through a process where it's harvested properly. But it truly is one of the most nutrient dense, if not the most nutrient dense food that you can possibly get. You see, what makes spirulina exceptionally unique is that it's 60 to 70% complete protein. Gram for gram, it's the most protein dense food in the world. Yep, literally. It is more protein dense than beef, more protein dense than eggs, any meat that you could imagine. Now, granted, you're not going to eat 16 ounces of spirulina, so you're not going to get a ton of protein overall grams, but 60 to 70% actual complete protein, which means you're getting all of the 10 non-essential amino acids plus 8 of the essential amino acids. Full spectrum complete protein in a totally vegan and vegetarian friendly form. That alone is powerful. But what makes spirulina unique isn't the fact that it's extremely rich in B vitamins or extremely rich in minerals. It's the fact that it is exceptionally high in chlorophyll. And I've talked about chlorophyll in other videos before, but chlorophyll is really what has a detoxing component to it. There have been multiple studies, and I'm going to talk about one in a minute, that link chlorophyll with detoxing the body. And what's really cool is that spirulina has 10 times more chlorophyll than any other green veggie on the planet. Yep, literally 10x. And we're talking in a very small amount. You see, what chlorophyll does is it actually helps your body build red blood cells. It does this through a very unique pathway. But not only is it high in vitamin B12, which is going to help support the formation of red blood cells, it actually does it in a different way. It actually helps the DNA and the cellular function of creating these red blood cells. But since spirulina is very high in a unique form of magnesium, that magnesium couples with the chlorophyll and couples with the formation of these red blood cells to create a very potent detoxing compound that actually helps remove toxins from the blood, and in the process helps oxygenate the blood. You see, what happens is when you have higher amounts of red blood cells, you have more oxygen floating through the blood. That's great, but that can also be a bad thing. When you have high amounts of oxygen that are floating through the blood, that means you could have a high degree of oxidative stress that's occurring. But when you combine the oxygen along with the ability to remove toxins, you actually come out way ahead. That means you get an oxygenating effect that's going to give you energy and give you health, but you also have the antitoxin effect. So you're getting all the benefit of oxygen without the oxidative damage. Well, here's the study that I wanted to break down for you, and it really makes a lot of sense when we're talking about spirulina and its correlation with detoxing. This study was published in the Journal of Clinical Toxicology, and it took a look at patients that had arsenic poisoning. Okay? And what they did is they took half the patients and they gave them a placebo, and the other half they gave them spirulina, 250 milligrams, plus 2 milligrams of zinc. And they did this for 16 weeks. And at the end of 16 weeks, they found the group that had the spirulina plus the zinc had reduced their arsenic count by half compared to the placebo group, who had barely lost any of their arsenic, proving that chlorophyll and spirulina have a huge effect at detoxing the blood, particularly from heavy metals. But it doesn't stop there. If you ever look at spirulina, you notice that it has a slight bluish tint to it. Like it's kind of got this blue hue to it that makes it actually quite a pretty color. These are called phycocyanins and allophycocyanins, which are very, very unique, and they are actually what give it its blue hue. If you ever look at a blueberry and notice that it's kind of got that bluish purple deep tint, well, that's because it contains something known as an anthocyanin. You see the familiarity there? These anthocyanins and these allophycocyanins are very, very powerful at increasing white blood cells within the body in a very positive way. You see, we don't want too many white blood cells. Too many white blood cells means a lot of inflammation. But the fact that spirulina can help promote good, healthy production of white blood cells means that spirulina could actually help you recover from an illness or help you recover from an injury quite a bit faster. And then to make matters even better, spirulina also has some extremely powerful antiviral and antimicrobial components that we can talk about in an entirely different video. But the long and the short of it is, go eat some pond scum. but don't literally go down to your neighborhood park and start scooping pond scum. Not only will you probably get sick, but you'll probably get arrested. So as always, make sure you're keeping it locked in here with SixPackAbs.com. And if you haven't already, check out Green Detox down below in the description. I'll see you in the next video.